What's up guys, my name's Jake, and if you're like me, you might get stuck in 524 and pop-up jail in the same week. So we need to find another alternative. Luckily, Capital One's got us covered. We're gonna dive deep into the Venture X. Honestly, it got me thinking, is the Venture X really worth keeping? Because you get that 10,000 bonus points just for holding the card, and you can use the $300 travel credit to take down that $395 annual fee to positive $5. But for someone like me, is it worth spending $300 just to get the value from the Capital One Venture X? Well, I'm gonna figure that out in today's video. I know this is one of the most popular travel credit cards on the market in 2023. It's pretty good, it's made of metal, and it's pretty awesome. All right, so let's start with the sign-up bonus. 75,000 points is the standard sign-up bonus. As you know, that's an insane amount of value. That's what I got when I signed up for the card. Right now, there's a 90K sign-up bonus circulating around. I don't know how easy it is to get. I think it's kind of going away. And depending on when you're seeing this video, if it's like 2 months from now, 75K is probably all you can get. So check out those links. All right, so the Capital One Venture X earns miles. You've heard this probably everywhere. 10x on rental cars and hotels, 5x on flights, and 2x back on everything else. That's right, 2x back on this random purchase I justified to hit the $4,000 minimum spend requirement on the Capital One Venture X. I'm completely kidding. All right, so good thing for us Capital One Venture X cardholders, we have a portal. Yeah, we do have a portal, guys. We can redeem our Capital One miles in the portals for flights, hotels, rental cars, basically all the stuff you're gonna be earning from your spending. Now, the thing about the portal is that you're gonna get 1 cent per point, and this is like what we like to call across the credit card community as minimum acceptable value. See, I just coined this term because it kind of is the minimum amount I would accept. 1 cent per point, it's fine. You can get better cents per point if you use transfer partners. For example, Capital One has excellent transfer partners that I like to use, like Turkish Airlines. I just got a 4 cent per point redemption. You can do this by just looking through all of the Venture X transfer partners, finding flights, and I'll show you more about how to do that later, but you can basically just transfer those points to those partners and book the flights or the hotels there. Like if you have a $312 flight in the portal and you want to redeem points for it, you're gonna have to redeem 31,200 points. Does that make sense? It's a 1-to-1 ratio. But if you use transfer partners, you can maybe get it down to like 7,500 points for a $300 flight is good. And that's how you figure out cent per point. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a huge fan of portals since you can only get this 1 cent per point value with Capital One. Although with Chase, you get a little bit better. You can get 1.25 and up to 1.5 depending on which Sapphire card you have, which makes it a lot easier to redeem flights there. It doesn't really matter since I don't use the portal. I'm not gonna lie though, I did use it when I was starting out, so don't feel any shame. 1 cent per point is the minimum acceptable value. One more thing with the portal. They'll refund you up to 50 bucks if your flight price or hotel price drops. This actually happened to me when I panic bought a United Basic Economy flight for a vacation I wasn't really gonna take, but I ended up getting $36 back since the flight price dropped. I still wasn't able to take the vacation though. Guys, I'm talking so much about portals, but you want to know one thing that sucks is when they inflate the prices. And this doesn't happen with Capital One, which is great. Compared to Chase, you might find a $250 flight in Google Flights and then go to the Chase portal to book it, and it might be like $265 or maybe like $264 or some annoying number because they're like charging you that annoying difference for no reason. It's the same exact flight. Capital One does not do this, so there's no shame in the game. Moving on to the lounges with the Capital One Venture X, they exist. They do exist, but they're not that great. So you get Priority Pass, Plaza Premium, and Capital One's own lounge network. So lounges are great, although Priority Pass is not, and the Capital One Venture X version is even worse. So I'm sure you've seen the news about Delta Sky Club, Amex Centurion lounges, overcrowding, and just having to turn people down. Well, this is no different with Priority Pass, especially the Capital One X version, because you don't get restaurants or spas, and you just can't get into your Priority Pass lounges, guys. It's so hard. In fact, I got denied 3 times at JFK in the international terminal, Air India, and the 2 other lounges right next to it in 45 seconds total. And I'm not dressed like wearing shorts and sweats or something. Like I just showed up looking good, Priority Pass QR code, and they're like, sorry, no, we're not taking that. And I'm like, yo. Really quick, what I mean by restaurants and spas, there's like a separate part of Priority Pass that are restaurants. They're lounge restaurants. You can only get in with the Priority Pass. Chase Sapphire Reserve offers restaurants on their Priority Pass, which makes me really excited because I really want to check out Brewtop Social Lounge in SeaTac. I want to get a beer there. That's like the only lounge that's rated over 4 stars because it's an airport and everything is so low rated in airports, but it looks good and it's the only option in Priority Pass Seattle. So honestly, this is pretty good, but it's not as good as the 4 free authorized users you're gonna get with the Capital One Venture X. And guess what? They get all Priority Pass access too. That's pretty good. And all those authorized users can bring guests. 2 more guests. So do the math here. That's, what is it, 8 guests you can bring to Priority Pass if you really want to do that. You're just going to be messing it up for everyone else. Honestly, that's why they're overcrowded, but it's a benefit of the Venture X. Now, as for Capital One's network, fantastic lounges, but there's only 2. So that's the thing that sucks. The lounges are great, brand new, clean, brand new lounges, tons of food and options, all for free, because that's what a lounge is. The 2 lounges are in Dallas and IAD, but there's one coming to Denver. It just sucks because there's only 3. I'm a little upset here. I know I'm going to talk about lounges one more time, but I'm a little upset because the Sapphire lounges that are rolling out way faster than Capital One's network. I think Capital One's rolling out maybe like 1 or 2 a year. Maybe. Honestly, it's like 1 a year. Sapphire lounges, I think there's like 6 to come already. Don't quote me on that, but I think Sapphire lounges are going to be awesome because they're going to show up faster. All right, anyway, moving on to some more benefits of the Capital One Venture X that I personally got value from. TSA PreCheck. That's so awesome, guys. You can finally breeze past everyone in the line. This was one of the best benefits that I ever had since I haven't had TSA PreCheck until I got this card. Now, every time I go on vacation with my girlfriend, I have to be like, yo, deuces. And then I go to the Priority Pass lounge. Wait, no, I don't. I go to the TSA PreCheck line and boom, I'm already through. I don't even have to take my shoes off or anything like that. Leave all my laptops in the bag and that's it, guys. We made it through TSA PreCheck. The good thing is that after my girlfriend finally gets to the line, we can go schedule our museums with the Cultivist, which is exactly what I did for, this sounds like a sponsored segment, which is exactly what I did when I was using the Capital One Venture X in Paris. With the Capital One Venture X, you get 6 free months of the Cultivist membership. This is a museum membership that allows you to access museums all around the world for free. And so I reserved 2 free tickets to the Musée d'Orsay in Paris. But unfortunately, I ended up paying anyway because I forgot. Some of the museums, you can just show up with your QR code on the Cultivist membership, and the other one, you got to reserve specific time slots. I've done this for 3 or 4 different cities across the world. It's fantastic. So if you've ever made a redemption, you guys know the $5.60 charge you got to pay after you make the redemption with points. This is for taxes and fees. So if your trip is delayed up to 6 hours, Capital One will refund you $500. That's pretty nice, and it can help cover some costs. Now, one thing that I didn't understand that just gentlemen also didn't understand is that if you use the Capital One Venture X to buy the $5.60 charge, you won't get the trip delay insurance. You have to buy the entire flight or hotel in cash with the Venture X to be covered for this benefit. When I was learning Capital One's transfer partners, I got frustrated a few times. Honestly, they're pretty confusing to learn all the different airline alliances and book these flights within them. For me, I had to spend hours on the phone with Turkish Airlines trying to figure out how to book a stupid United flight literally one way. And so I ended up just using Air Canada. I got a little bit less value, and then Turkish Airlines buffed their portal. Finally. That's right, guys. If you know a lot about the game, you know Turkish Airlines got terrible customer service and a terrible portal. Well, guess what? To my knowledge, they are finally reflecting on more flights that are actually Saver Awards for United. So what this means is that if you see that Saver Award on United, you can finally just go right into the Turkish Airlines portal and book it with no complications. So I did just that, but not only after many mistakes booking the portal and with Air Canada when I could have just booked with Turkish. Oh, and if you're thinking about transferring to popular hotel brands, well, think again. Now, giving up is not necessarily a bad thing since it's required at least once per year to earn that $300 travel credit. That's right, you're gonna have to spend $300 cash in the travel portal to cover that $300 travel credit. While I think it's justifiable for many, this is the part of the Capital One Venture X that is starting to get a little frustrating. So if you're like me, you got tons of miles, tons of redemptions coming up, it doesn't really make sense for me to want to book with cash, guys. I'd much rather save that cash that I have specifically saved in my SoFi savings vault for another experience, maybe like dining at the destination while I'm there. I want to book the flight and the hotel completely with points, and having to spend on travel is a little bit frustrating. Since you have to book this $300 in the portal for Capital One Venture X, if you compare this to the Chase Sapphire Reserve, you can use that $250 travel credit for things like Uber, maybe public transit. Chase's travel credit can be covered outside of the portal, while the Capital One Venture X needs to be in the portal. Now the point is here, I don't know if I would actually use $300 anymore to book a flight with cash, so it's kind of getting tough for me to want to keep this card, even though technically it's got a positive $5 effective annual fee. Now I hope you can understand, I've been kind of, hating on this card a lot in this video, but I totally want to tell you it is such a great card. This card really got me where I am today, and I use this card all the time for the 2x back, the TSA pre-check, and the Cultivus membership was one of the coolest experiences. I did get around $335 of value from this card just by using it, and I want to tell you, I didn't even use this card all year since I was going for sign-up bonuses. So that's thousands of dollars of spend that I didn't put on this card that would have earned a ton more if I did use it. So in conclusion, this is an excellent keeper card if you spend that $300. For me, I think I'm gonna have to reconsider, but maybe after I get that 10,000 miles from Capital One, they'll just hook me in. And honestly, since they gave me a $30,000 credit limit, which I haven't mentioned yet, that's pretty nice, and I kind of don't want to get rid of that. But if you're interested in this card, I would highly recommend it if you're a beginner. And if you want to use my links, support this channel for fun, use them in the description. It helps me out a ton. As you know, I like to make YouTube videos. All right, guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you all have a good day. Take it easy, enjoy the sun, and bye.